DJ Genesis, Detroit. Truth in the algorithm. Welcome to the live stream.
Yo, live stream junkie with the mic turned on, breaking down the matrix while the lights stay on. Politics, religion, yeah, we question every claim, while the media playing narratives and shifting every frame. Ancestors speaking through the wisdom of Ifa, cosmic knowledge shining like a distant star. From Detroit to the world on a digital stage, dropping truth bombs every time I hit the page.
Welcome to the channel where the truth get deployed.
DJ Genesis live from Detroit.
Breaking down the system, every lie gets destroyed.
Tap in, subscribe, you rockin' with the voice.
Welcome to the channel.
Where the truth get deployed.
DJ Genesis live from Detroit.
Breaking down the system, every lie gets destroyed. Tap in, subscribe, you rockin' with the voice.
Debates on fire, got the comments going crazy. Asking questions that the system can't face me. From ancient civilizations to the modern day lies, connecting dots that they hide from the public eye.
Knowledge of self, yeah, the ancestors guide. When the full moon rising for the spiritual tide.
This the place where the truth gets exposed.
Every live stream, another chapter unfolds.
To the channel. Welcome to the channel where the
truth get deployed.
DJ Genesis live from Detroit.
Breaking down the system, every lie gets destroyed. Tap in, subscribe, you rockin' with the voice.
DJ Genesis Detroit. Truth seekers unite, 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 unite.
Hey, welcome. This is DJ Genesis, and
stay questioning.
I am here with special guest, Mighty Hebrew, and this is going to be part 2 to it's a 2-part series that we're doing, talking about, because we talked about the men in hip hop and, you know, the hip hop scene, early hip hop, and
indeed.
The second series, we're actually talking about the women in hip hop. So I'm gonna let Mighty Hebrew introduce the segment to you guys. I think it's a really interesting segment. Let's go.
Hallelujah. First and foremost, I give all praise and honor to Yahweh, the supreme, intelligent, powerful one of our forefathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, those striving for righteousness. I say it to the family, Shalom Aleichem. It's definitely an honor and a privilege to be here with the first Earth Goddesses of Hip Hop, part deuce. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times the sisters don't get their proper accolade, you know what I mean, when it comes to this love of hip hop. So we want to give a shout out, you know, to all those near and far, those they may not be here with us today, that didn't get they didn't get their flowers. So we wanted to get us, because a lot of times we constantly talk about the brothers, and that's cool and all that. But at the end of the day, we gotta, you know, give sisters, you know, the accolade. And if it wasn't for the sisters, it wouldn't be no hip hop, because, you know, they was the backbone. Just like if it wasn't for the brothers, it wouldn't be no hip hop. So we need each other. Both polarities, you know, complement one to another. But it's definitely an honor and a privilege to be back on Alchemizing Energy. If you didn't see part 1, you need to come check part 1 out. The first Earth Goddesses of Hip Hop, part 1, is here on Alchemizing Energy. If you didn't subscribe to Alchemizing Energy, you need to subscribe immediately. You know what I'm saying? DJ Genesis be dropping them facts, the truth, when it pertains to just different topics of discussion. You know, she keeps the people informed, and she has a lot of content that a lot of people don't talk about. So subscribe to Alchemizing Energy. So put that PowerPoint up, DJ Genesis. Also feel free to, you know, add on to the things that you see. You know how you do.
Right. And I just want to say, you know, Mighty Hebrew is in Dubai. So not in Dubai. I'm sorry. What am I talking about? Dubai? In Tanzania. So every once in a while his audio might kind of clip a little bit. So just, you know, just bear with us, because we are dealing with we're you know, overseas. So but I wouldn't have any other person to give this history. So shouts out to Mighty Hebrew, and let's get it started. So last time we ended with my Salt and Pepper and Roxanne Shante. And we kind of went up through there, from the 1970s all the way up to the 80s. And now, we're kind of at MC Light. So let's go.
Let's get it. Cha, cha, cha. Oh, man. MC Light is a phenomenon. MC Light, to me, like, represents this now lyricism, taking it to another level, whereas though, you seen Roxanne Shante, battle rapper, cool, but she still had that feminine side to such a point that it was certain boundaries that she couldn't cross, because at that time, hip hop was definitely a man's world, so to say. When Light came, it showed us there's a new beginning of female hip hop artists coming in. Light was a person that, she from New York, and she come with the light as a rock. And one thing about Light, she demanded respect by the way she delivered, just the way she was rugged, hard punchlines. And at the same time, it was, she was strong, but she still was feminine. But she was like, look, I want to, move according to the way I want to move. And, and for years, Light was boxed in, when it came to, the record executives and different stuff like that. And, Light came in when she was young. She was only like 15, 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? But if you actually listen to Light first 2 albums, oh my gosh. She was there like side by side with the brothers at any given time. You know what I'm saying? So,
also I noticed that the sex appeal thing, people was really about lyrics back then. It wasn't about having to look a certain way and all that other stuff. That's what I noticed too, is that and people thought that she was like gay for the longest because of her
she's not
delivery, but come to find out she's exactly.
She's not gay.
She has a husband now.
Yeah, she has a husband for years.
Yeah, so they thought because of how she came kind of rough, and she was actually able to keep up with the men and stuff, that she had to have been some kind of, like, she had to have been gay. But no. And it was interesting rumors and stuff like that going around like that. And I'm not sure if that affected sometimes her career, like, by those rumors going around, because back then it wasn't even, it wasn't that, that world was not accepted. You know what I'm saying? So it was a stigma to that. So I'm not sure how much that even affected her career.
It might have, somewhat, but I know that Light, she took some major losses, when it pertained to her music. For years, even to this day, she's still rumbling to get certain royalties. Because you got to remember, back in them times, man, a lot of the hip hop, executives and stuff, a lot of that stuff was crossing over with the shady business through Sugar Hill Records. And then, you got the shady businesses, of other, Motown, Philly International. There was a lot of things that went on back in them times because they got their teachings from the European slave masters. Because you remember back in the day, cats didn't even own their masters. Most cats, they didn't own their masters. And then once people start getting hip, and they would fight for their masters. But sometimes look what happened with De La Soul. It took them over damn near 3 decades to get their masters. And by the time they won their masters, what it was like 2 years ago, one of the lead board, one of the dudes from De La Soul passed away. You see what I'm saying? So
and speaking of passing away, rest in peace, Rob Bass, because I think MC Light just did a tribute to Rob Bass.
Yeah, Rob Bass just passed away over the past weekend. You know what I mean? Give a shout out to Rob Bass. You know, may he rest in completeness within the isolated world of existence and pure will. If you could put something up there on Rob Bass real quick, that'll be dope. You know what I'm saying? Give a shout out to Rob Bass, and you know, so let's get it. I'll mute my mic.
Okay. You know, I was actually trying to find things on MC Light, but let's get Rob Bass.
Yeah, just give like just a little moment of silence or something that can be like 10-second moment of silence. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of our pioneers, they passing away, but we got to keep this torch alive. You know, hip hop, straight, foundational Black American. I love hip hop, you know, because they go right there. Let's just have a moment of silence for Rob Bass.
Rob Bass was a rapper, hip hop pioneer who helped change music forever. You're currently listening to the DCS Live featuring me and my kinfolk Isaiah, and we want to take a moment to honor a true hip hop pioneer, Rob Bass. Reports confirmed that the legendary rapper behind the iconic anthem It Takes Two passed away at the age of 59 after a private battle with cancer. And honestly, Isaiah, this one hurts for anybody who truly understands the history of hip-hop culture, because Rob Bass wasn't just another rapper from the 80s. He helped create one of the most recognizable party records ever made. Here's my question to you, Isaiah. What made songs from that era feel so timeless, especially that one particular song, It Takes Two by Rob Bass?
The hook, man, the hook was breathtaking, man. It was captivating. It was a thing where no matter what you're doing, you bopping your head, you bumping your shoulder, you bouncing around, man, because it was a legendary song. That song had background that was already a previous hit. And when he got it with the rhythm and the rap and his style, it was fresh and brand new. Everybody gravitate to it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the club just to light it up, man. You got people who with freaking on clutches gonna dance off this song because it gave you that energy. It gave you that feeling of joy inside where you want to move your body.
Man, you know, and honest to goodness, like when that song used to come on, you know, the background dances, the video and stuff like that for it. I mean, I remember watching that video on the video shows that used to come on. And you know, like the look at, and I'd be like liking the background dancers because you know I was at that age of like liking people and stuff. And I was like, oh, I like those background dancers.
Right.
You know, they had their little back in the little high top fades and stuff, and they had their little, I think it was a green.
And he also had that song. Right. He did. Remember, he had the other song, Joy, pump it up now, man. Keep it going now.
Yeah.
Sunshine. All Rob Bass, he was a phenomenon. He was like, he knew how to. The dope thing about Rob Bass, not only did he know how to move the crowd, you know, with the dancing and the entertainment, he also was a lyricist. He also can rap too. You know what I mean? And that's what made him so dope. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
and you know, I liked about that song that it kind of still sounded like it was at a party. Like it sounded like he recorded it at a party, you know? So that was kind of cool.
Fact.
You know,
that was cool.
It didn't sound all studioed out, you know.
Facts. Damn, man, made Rob Bass rest in completeness, man. When I seen it, I couldn't believe. When I woke up and I went to my Facebook, that was the first thing on my notification. I'm like, hold up, because you know people be lying, saying people died, but they didn't die. So I went to my Google and I typed it in, and It was everywhere, man. I was just like, damn, Rob Bass gone, 59 years old. I posted up something on him, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a tragedy. It just seemed like we dying younger and younger and younger, man. Like 59, you know, and they say he was battling cancer. You know what I'm saying? And they say he rumbled, he tried his best, but he couldn't hold on no more. You know, I'm glad he had peace, man. You know what I'm saying? He had peace. You know, he ain't gotta feel no more pain. You know what I'm saying? So may he rest in completeness. We dedicate this first Earth Goddesses of Hip Hop Part 2 to the legendary late Rob Bass. Let's continue on with the presentation. Again, DJ Genesis, anything you want?
I just want to play a little bit of this, like
discussing. Please put in. I see you pull something up.
Yeah.
First female solo rapper to release a full studio album, score a gold single, and nominated for a Grammy. Iconic hip-hop pioneer MC Lyte took the rap world by storm upon her debut in the late 80s and immediately commanded respect from the male-dominated industry. She also dealt with her fair share of professional and personal issues, from a major beef with another female rapper to battling for the rights to her name and people constantly questioning her sexuality. Lana Michelle Moorer, better known as MC Lyte, was raised by her mother in Brooklyn, New York. She was exposed to a variety of musical genres during her childhood. In her neck of the woods that was mostly comprised of people from the Caribbean, she heard a lot of reggae and dancehall. When she would go to Spanish Harlem, where her grandmother lived, it was 24/7 hip-hop. Then, when she made her way over to Queens, she'd get her fill of traditional R&B. Lyte counts some of her own personal musical influences as Rakim, Run DMC, Curtis Blow, and Salt and Pepper. Her dream profession when she grew up changed every time the wind blew. One minute she wanted to be a teacher, the next a doctor. Eventually, she would begin rapping at the age of 12 and adopt the stage name Sparkle. It was clear, as anyone within earshot that heard her spit would agree, that she had something special. 3 years later, Lyte would find herself at a Manhattan nightclub where she met a guy she called Tony. Tony later went on to be known as DJ Clark Kent. Lyte wound up going over to his basement studio to lay down what would end up being her very first single. In 1987, at the age of 16, Lyte released that song called I Cram to Understand You, a story about a man named Sam who is addicted to crack cocaine. The inspiration for the lyrics came from Lyte's own personal experiences of coming into contact with the heroin and crack addicts at the rehabilitation center in the hospital where her mother worked, as well as the ones she'd witnessed on the street in her grandmother's neighborhood. Another couple of major players in Lyte's success were Milk D and Gizmo of the hip-hop duo Audio 2. They all grew up and pursued their musical dreams together. The duo even had Lyte's back when it came to her securing her first record deal. Milk D's father took matters into his own hands by starting a label for his son to release his music on called First Priority. The label then formed a distribution relationship with Atlantic Records. Before that could happen, though, there was a catch Atlantic had to agree to. They would have to give Lyte a deal. In May 1988, she released her first album titled Light as a Rock, with which she became the first female solo rapper to release a full studio album. It featured the title track, Paper Thin, and 10% Diss, a diss track response to Bronx-bred female rapper Antoinette.
So we didn't talk about Antoinette when we talked about the we did the first goddesses. What happened to that? It was Antoinette.
Oh man, I know. That's why we probably have more parts, because we ain't talking about Antoinette, ice cream tea, sweet tea. You know what I mean?
I think we did do sweet tea. I think, didn't we? I don't know. I gotta look at the.
We mentioned sweet tea.
I thought so.
I don't think. No, we didn't do sweet tea. We might have. I don't. But we got Lady of Rage. You know, I think we're doing Lady of Rage on this one. I think Lady of Rage is on this one. But yeah, it's a whole bunch of females that, you know, that we can speak about. That, man, 3, 5, 7, it keeps going and going.
You know, but you know so what? I gotta say, you know what? But you know what? Lyte used to always had to fly asymmetrical though.
Absolutely.
She had to fly asymmetrical and the door knocker earrings.
Right, and the figure eights. And the figure eights.
What's
that's the asymmetricals. That's the figure eights, asymmetrical, same thing.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Yeah. We call them figure eights over in the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, she had to fly. But why do you think that female artists had to like be more like try to like kind of be coming off kind of more hard, or you think that's just like the New York style? Like,
I mean, because like the lady was saying, the commentator, you know, hip hop was a man's world, and you couldn't come off like, you know, it was very rare to have like a Roxanne Shante that can spit and still be feminine. You only get like one of them because, and furthermore, times was changing, lyrics was changing. You know what I'm saying? And things was getting more rougher. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Light had to, you know, get in where she fit in. She had to show them like, look, I'm just as good as any male artist. And
they said that they tried to take her name. She had a battle over her actual
and
name.
it's sad. It's sad that, you know, yeah. And you say what?
They said that they had to she had to fight for her name.
Yeah, even to this day, I believe she's still rumbling. Yes,
like for her actual name. For
the actual name, MC Light. Yeah, man.
Who took her name? Is it the label took her name?
Yeah, the label. It's the label, man.
What?
And she's been rumbling for years. She in the same predicament with that Prince was in. Like the late Prince was in. Because remember, for a long time, the Prince, he had to change his name. He changed it to the Symbol. Remember that?
Right.
Remember it was the Symbol? Because these labels is wicked, man. They wicked. And then American Bambaataa said the fraternal orders don't like when we embrace the glow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, look at her. These is all the pictures that I found. Like, Light was just, to me, she changed the game for female artists to now you got to step your game up because we in the 80s going into the 90s. She was like that beacon, so to say, like, this is what we got to do.
And now she's become like a person in the industry, like for the Grammys. Now you're starting to see her show her feminine side a little more.
Right.
You know, she don't have to like be as hard. You know, she could show a little cleavage and stuff like that, and put a little pop of lipstick on, and not, you know, feel like she got a, you know what I'm saying, put a little eyeliner on. I'm not sure if they were trying to tell her that she couldn't do that. Like she had to look hard to compete.
Yeah, they was doing that because even may she rest in completeness too. Look what happened with Boss. Boss was from Detroit. Boss was a good, you know, sister, you know, very educated, prestigious background. And when she got into the rap career, you know, they really made her out to be this studio like gangster to the point it actually helped cause her death.
Really?
Because she was sleeping on the streets of LA, you know, trying to feel that energy of gang life and all that. And she started drinking. And she was drinking them St. Oz's and Old Englishes. And I mean, she was drowning them to the point where she had got alcohol poison and messed up her, you know, her kidneys and liver. It was bad. And what happened, you know, because, you know, she was a multi-platinum artist. And for some reason, she wound up going broke. And she tried to get $15,000 to help her in dialysis. And she couldn't even raise the $15,000. And she
died.
She died. You know what I'm saying? And she just died a few years ago. Maybe like
dialysis.
Like a year and a half. Yeah, it was like a year ago. She just died.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Boss just died. She died no more between 12 to 16 months ago.
Wow. She passed on. She passed away because she couldn't get no support. Nobody was willing to help her raise money. Wow. Because she ended up messing up her kids. Wow, that's crazy. And she was one of
You
those
know what I'm
artists
saying?
that came out during that time that was,
Yeah, because she came out, what, 92? Not around 92, 93-ish, somewhere around there where you had to be hard and this gang banging shit. And it was just crazy, man.
and then
You
I
know,
think wasn't she going against Lady of Rage? Boss and Lady of Rage had a beef with each other.
I can't remember, but I can't remember. They probably did. But
Like they were
you
they were
know,
like battling each other or something like that.
it probably was. I can't remember. Somebody said word, excuse me. Somebody said word 93. Yeah, it was 93.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't
It
even
was
know that.
93. I
Wow.
remember all that.
Mm.
And what's your name? Did a lot of her production. Quiet as it's kept. Eric Sherman from EPMD. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, and then from there she wound up, dealing with cats over in the West Coast and all. It was the way she passed. It was just a tragedy. It was just a tragedy.
Yeah,
And
it's
now
like the
look,
West Coast, them labels, it's like they wasn't really trying to do nobody. They didn't really have no camaraderie or something.
man,
At
them
least I
was
feel like on the East Coast, there's some level of maybe it's because of the way that New York is structured, but it seems like there's more of a like vibe of like people kind of like working together and stuff. And it might also be maybe because of how New York is. You got the boroughs, you got the. But it seems like that LA vibe
right,
is
right.
like every man for himself.
Absolutely. Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
there's
And
probably a
right
slight
here,
delay.
who we got? Yeah, I can hear you good though. And you can hear me though,
Yeah,
correct?
I can hear you.
Cool, cool. So yeah, we got here Queen Latifah. Na, na. Yo, I used to have such a thing for her. Now you're seeing Latifah taking this hardness with this divine feminine, so to say. You know what I mean? And listen, I'm gonna tell you, Queen Latifah was so deeply rooted within the minds of the sisters that feel like they were real queens and princesses. I remember sisters was changing their names, saying my name Latifah because of Queen Latifah. You know what I mean? And man, she really, really now I'm gonna tell you, Queen Latifah is a lyricist. She's a lyricist from over there. She's from
She's from
New
Newark, New
Jersey.
Jersey.
You
Yep.
know what I mean? And I think she's from like around Newark, East Orange, around that area.
Yeah,
You
East
know what I'm
Orange.
saying? You know what I'm saying? So, when she came out, you got to really step your pen game up. You know what I'm saying? Because Latifah was putting it down, and she was showing her versatility. Because remember, she was into the house sound, she was into the R&B. Like Latifah could rap, sing, everything. Play. Didn't she play like the violin or the piano or something? Like she was just doing so much. She was doing everything, man. Everything. Oh, yeah, man. Y'all millennial. Yeah, that just another day living in just another day around the way.
I'm feeling
Feeling
good
good
today.
today.
Oh.
Yeah, listen.
I mean, she pretty
Listen.
much got if she actually could get a what's it called? A I got, you know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
she really,
Mhm.
she been in plays, she's been an actress, she's been
Everything.
Grammys, she could probably get like the I got because she could do the acting, she could do you know what I'm saying?
Everything.
The screen
And
acting, she can do
I'm gonna tell you, and there was always rumors. I even remember back in the day, it was rumors about her sexuality. And I always knew like light, she wasn't on the alphabet tip. But Queen, I just felt, even when she played and Set It Off, She played that role so good. I knew for certain it was going that direction.
Yeah, I
And
you know what? She played that role a little bit too
was
good.
from Philly. Yeah, she played it good. Like, yo, and it's funny. I just finished watching Set It Off maybe like a month ago. You know, sometimes here and there, I go throw that in. It was just a dope movie. You know, Queen Latifah is, matter of fact, I don't even want to just call her one of the dopest female MCs. I'm gonna say Queen Latifah is one of the dopest MCs on the planet, man. You know what I mean? If you really just go back and just listen to when she first came out, even to now, man, like she's dope. Somebody said, "Is she's back?" Yeah, she's working on some stuff. You know, I heard behind the scene, she about to lace with a new album. And a lot of the older generational hip hop artists is coming. Yo, it surprised me. I just seen, you know, Kid from Kid and Play just drop something new about different rap. Oh my gosh, Kid is dropping it, man. He's dropping it. He just did a new joint about all the different rappers that passed away. I just seen that probably like an hour ago on Facebook. Oh my god!
You know who else came out with an album too? Is Lazy Bone came out with a song.
Yeah.
All the old school people is kind of trying to come out now.
Come on, anything Bone come out with is going to be fire. All of them from Bones can rap. You know what I'm saying? All of them. Lazy.
He was going against Finesse 2 times. Finesse who or something like that. He came out with Finesse who.
Yeah. They from Ohio.
You know, these young kids, they don't know about Bones, so they wasn't understanding.
Listen,
but they couldn't do nothing like that.
Listen, them Bone Thugs and Harmony albums. Buzzing cat moves. Yo, them boys is raw, man. Them boys was raw. That was Easy-E brought them out. The late Easy-E brought them out.
Right. Come on now. You can't even you can't flow that thing. It's in the you can't even say what the hell they were saying. Well, how do you
that's how they sound. Yeah, they from Cleveland. What you gonna do?
And the Cleveland is a place where I live, y'all.
Right. I'm about to think you one of the secret members. You a secret Bone Thug member?
Right. I just gotta put some actual words to it, you know, that actually makes sense. Right now I'm just
right. That's the thing with Bone. You'll just start creating, you create your own words. You create your own words. They say Biggie knew what he had to do on the Notorious stuff. Yeah, I like the joint where Biggie Smalls and Bone Thug. He was like dangerous, aim on us. Yo, they was killing that joint. You know what I'm saying?
This is dangerous. It can be healthy, fear, robust.
No, that ain't that same song. That's Busta Rhymes.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm getting the wrong ones. Right?
But that was
it's boning biggie. It's boning biggie. It's boning biggie.
That's right. That's the song I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm telling you, they murdered that joint. You don't get MCs like MC Light no more. You don't get no Queen Latifahs no more. I don't know what these crazy women doing now, man. You know, and listen, I don't knock nobody eating, but some things, man, we just can't condone. You know, I'm not here to, you know, point at nobody or stop they hustle, whatever they doing. But when you look at the first earth goddesses of hip hop, like we watched this metamorphosis take place, and we started with the Mercedes ladies. You know, I was just listening to some of MC Sha-Rock old stuff, and I mean, lyrically, she is the one that. Listen, man, that woman was a lyricist, even back in the 70s. Because I was listening to her on Funky 4 Plus. One, man, or what is it? Funky 4 Plus one more. Yeah, Funky 4 Plus one more. You know what I'm saying? And I was just listening to Sha-Rock's verses, man. And I was like, damn, she's rapping like this in the late 70s. You know what I'm saying? So you see that evolution and growth. I want to give a shout out there to Queen Latifah, man, because, you know, despite, you know, what choices she made, she manifested a beautiful image of the Black feminine.
Right. Pretty soon, you know, she's going to.
When it came to our people, you know what I'm saying?
I think that, well, Mary J. Blige is not a rapper, y'all. We doing hip hop artists.
Hip hop. She's hip hop soul.
Right.
Soul.
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, I don't think you could have somebody come out with the Queen Nefertiti hat on. You know, like the ancient Egyptian hat, looking like.
And speaking of Queen Nefertiti, man, we gotta have Nonchalant. We gotta have. You know, Nefertiti, the rapper, with Nature, Mother Nature, Mother Nature, Mother Nature. You know, that whole, oh my gosh, that like, because, and you remember, you had Native Tongues. So Native Tongues consisted of Moni Love, Queen Latifah, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Jungle Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I see you. I'm here, Hebrewish Prince. Okay, I see you, man. Yeah, this one, excuse me. This one of the brothers that I be on TikTok with on his show, man. He got a real powerful show. You know what I mean? So I'll be on his show a lot.
If he wants to come up, I just dropped the link, Prince. If you want to come up, I just dropped the link.
Yeah.
If you want to contribute to, because we're paying homage to the women in hip hop. And we're talking about right now, we're on Queen Latifah. We did a whole thing about the 70s and the people that were earlier on between New York and Philly. And now we're going into like the 80s and 90s. We did MC Light, and now we're on Queen Latifah. And you know what, when you think about when you look at this, Queen Latifah did kind of spawn, you know, wearing the door knocker kind of earrings with the head wraps and all that type of thing.
Right.
And where women were looking more, you know, regal and trying to like kind of have that kind of queen like look to themselves.
She was what you would consider your Phyllis Hyman of hip hop. Because if you remember Phyllis Hyman, the singer, and if you remember, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I think am I here?
Yeah, you're here.
If you're talking about,
all right.
Yep, you made it in.
Hey, who that, Prince?
You saying the Phyllis Hyman how she dressed?
Yeah, I'm in here, Mighty Hebrew. I'm here.
Okay. Shalom, young Lord.
Shalom.
Yeah, with the suits and stuff like that, like in like the head wraps.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah, the way Phyllis Hyman dressed.
Very classy.
Yes. And made Phyllis very classy, and made Phyllis Hyman rest in completeness. She also, you know, passed away tragic. I remember she passed away in 1995. I'll never forget that. You know, and took an OD of pills, man. You know, and that's why it's good to check on your peoples, man, because you never know what they're going through.
Right, exactly. And so, you know,
especially being in the music industry and just in the entertainment world. You was going to say something about Queen Latifah?
She had this thing called the Flavor Unit, and I think that she came out with a few movies underneath her moniker of the Flavor Unit. She actually became an executive producer. So Queen Latifah, it's one thing. you know, her and MC Light, I think, have done a lot in the industry. Like they didn't just die off once their rap careers, you know, ended. They became Mo was one of the few people that are in the industry that actually took that and really became really you know, influential in the industry with it. I forget what show Flavor Unit produced. It was a
Flavor Union. Flavor Union had a bunch of. Didn't they do Living Single?
Yes, and you know what? I heard that Living Single was what really Friends was actually based on. They Living Singles had gotten so popular that they actually created Friends for white people.
Yeah, I remember that. That. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, Flavor Union brought out like Naughty by Nature, the Youngsters. Yeah, even though they was on Pop Art, but they also was connected with Flavor Union. Remember Apache? May he rest in completeness. When he had that, I need a gangster B with the
he passed
boogie.
on.
So Apache, yeah, he died like 2012.
So you see her how she became. You know, she started off like with that kind of like a queen kind of a look, and then she ended up being kind of like well respected in the in Hollywood and all over in the industry. You know, like as an actress and as a artist. So, you know, shouts out to Queen Latifah and MC Light because you see how they was able to maintain their thing without exploiting themselves.
That's a fact. And Queen Latifah nowadays, she looking real beautiful. I just seen her, but some hours ago she had this nice fur on. Just listen, she really not how to wear her clothes. She very classy with it.
Right. And shouts out to the big girls, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? She was doing it to us for the BBWs in the house. It's still looking beautiful, okay?
Watch out for the big girl, big girl. Ain't nothing wrong with the big girl. Big girls need love too. Shoot. The big girl, they the ones shoot. They make sure brother eat and make sure brother good.
Right. Man, put the collard greens and the yams and the, you know.
Right.
The actual the physical yams and the real yam and the other yams. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm actually a lover of collard greens. If you could slam down collard greens, I'm there. Like I ain't turning down no greens.
She said, Prince.
What she said?
Prince, yo. DJ Genesis, he don't miss what you said.
Well, hold on. Say it again. I missed it.
Yeah, what she said.
No, the yams that you can eat and the other yams. Okay.
Oh, yeah, man. Listen, our black women are very beautiful, man. It's hard. I don't see how a brother could take their eyes off of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, you know, and you didn't see a lot of people fat shaming her back in those days. They respected Queen Latifah.
Absolutely, you know? And you know, listen, it's some street story. I ain't going. You know, I don't do no dry snitching, but Queen Latifah wasn't to be played with on them streets.
She was whipping people's. She was like that character on the Set It Off movie.
Listen, man, listen. You know, she done. Listen, Queen don't play no games. You don't remember when Queen Latifah was getting in all that trouble and stuff? You know what I mean? In the 90s with the law and, you know, and the shooting and all kinds of stuff. Listen,
what?
Man.
She was shooting? I don't remember that in the 90s.
Shit, you better look it up. You know what I mean? Queen Latifah wasn't no joke. Queen Latifah beat you down.
What?
Knocking men out and all kinds of stuff.
She was knocking dudes out.
She was knocking dudes out, man. She was knocking dudes out. knocking men
that's
out.
why she could get into that character good.
Somebody just said facts. Yeah, they know. She was knocking dudes out, man. I'm telling you, everybody know about that with Queen. Everybody know that about Queen Latifah, man. Even Tretch was telling the story. Listen, man. Y'all remember when Queen Latifah got caught up in all that? Listen, man. I'ma just leave it there. Cause I don't do no drives. Even though it's news, I just don't like, just know that Queen Latifah didn't play games. Right. She wasn't in all the games. Like
she said, who you calling a B? What she say? Who you calling a B?
Listen, he just said she was strapped to. I already know. Yeah, listen, I already know y'all's millennial. I'm telling you. Listen, let me put it. Hold on. Let me find. Hold on, y'all. Let me show you. Let me show y'all real quick. Like Queen Latifah. Hold on. Queen Latifah ain't playing no games. Watch this. Watch what I put it in the Google. All right. In the 1990s, was Queen Latifah involved in the shooting? Let me see if they. Okay. She was not the shooter, but she was a victim of an armed carjacking in 1995 in Harlem when her boyfriend and bodyguard was shot. Both assailants were apprehended shortly after the incident. Okay, that's the event. Hold up, and then the trial and all that. Now watch this.
People die like her from the flavor unit, like her executive producer.
I remember all that. Yes, all them carjackings. Where she from? She saw crazy. Yeah, they had that New Jersey Drive moving on. And watch this. Was Queen Latifah in a lot of fights back in the 1990s? Though she was famously involved in a high-profile lyrical feud with Foxy Brown and occasionally dealt with physical confrontations off scene. They say the most famous fight she had in the 90s, it was a rap battle with Foxy Brown in 19. No. But yeah, they saying like she was in a lot of physical confrontations, man. A lot of that stuff they covering up. But if y'all remember back in the day, the Right On magazines, the Source magazines, listen, man, Queen Latifah, not that man. Tress said he seen her knock somebody out cold. A man knocked them out cold.
Yeah, I forget she was having a beef with
Foxy Brown. Yeah, she did, y'all. I remember that. They was going through some type of, battling each other, little words here and there, stuff like that. But that's all a part of hip hop. It's a
but this picture is looking wild with this eye back. This is like Illuminati looking eye right there. with the
man. Oh, here we go. Nah, I mean, yeah.
Angel's looking kind of Illuminati-ish.
But
I'm just messing.
I mean,
please, don't kick my behind Queen Latifah. I'm just joking.
But that got something to do with that. That was right there. But I don't think she got anything to do with that part, though. Yeah, that's what that symbol is. That's a fact. But that's a fact, though. But give a shout out to Queen Latifah. Let's go to the next person. Who we got?
Only love Moni in the middle. Where we at in the middle?
Moni in the middle. Where you at in the middle? Yo, is it Moni in the middle? Yo, I used to have such a crush. Listen, I used to go nuts over this woman, man. Nuts. Like every poster she came out with or had out, I had it. My mother used to come in my room and be like, boy, you need to take this stuff down. Listen, my whole room you know what I'm saying, was filled with nothing but Moni Love posters. I could like her accent, because you know she from the UK. So her accent, everything about her, the way she moved, the way she dressed, everything. I was just, man, I just have a crush on her when I was young. You know what I'm saying? And she was a lyricist. Like, she live in Philly now. I think she got like her own salon and stuff out of Philly. But yeah, Moni Love, man, the truth. The truth. And I remember she came out with Queen Latifah with that, ooh, ladies first, ladies first. Remember that?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, they both had the ladies first out.
Man, and they was going back and forth. And then I remember that Moni in the middle. Where she at in the middle? All like when she, man, this is just making me, when I get off with y'all, I'm about to watch a couple of Moni Love videos, man.
Right.
I did, yo, give us a little snippet of Moni, if you can. Put that Moni in the middle. Where's she at in the middle? Yo, there's a Moni in the middle.
They gonna flag my video.
July 2nd, 1970.
Oh, you all put too much.
Were born in Jamaica and moved to the UK as teenagers separately, meeting in Battersea.
You
Fun
just
fact,
put like
Moni was named after singer,
5
pianist,
seconds,
songwriter, and civil rights activist Nina
it.
Simone. Moni's love for music started at a very young age, when she would frequently go through her father's extensive record collection to pick out something to listen to, depending on her mood. She had her pick of it all, from Bob Marley to Miles Davis. By the time the 80s stepped in, hip-hop had found its way over to the UK. They attended the same high school. But just months later, her life was turned upside down again when her parents reconciled and she, along with her mother, moved back to England. By now, she'd given herself
she went to
the
the same high school as MC Lyte.
Out in New York.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
Fun fact, Moni would meet fellow female rapper MC Lyte when they attended the same high school. But just months later, her life was turned upside down again when her parents reconciled and she, along with her mother, moved back to England. By now, she'd given herself the stage name Moni Love and would team up with DJ Pogo, Sparky Ski, and MC Mello to form a hip-hop group called Just Bad. Before long, a demo they'd made played on a popular radio show, which led to Moni getting in touch with music manager Steve Finan. The next thing 17-year-old Moni knew, she'd landed a solo record deal with Chrysalis Records. Her debut single, I Can Do This, dropped in 1988. It did moderately well, going to number 37 on the UK singles chart. The follow-up, Grandpa's Party, did even better, making it to number 16 on the same chart. Fun fact, the title of the latter song was penned in tribute to DJ, rapper, and record producer Africa Bambaataa, who was also the musical inspiration to Moni's new boyfriend, Africa Baby Bam, of hip-hop trio The Jungle Brothers. Soon after, Moni crossed the pond back to New York City. This time, though, it would be for good. Now that she was based in the US, Moni's manager tried to get her moved to another label due to her current label having nothing but rock artists on their roster and therefore not be in the best position to handle a hip-hop artist. They refused, leaving Moni in limbo. Since her solo work was on hold, she then joined a New York-based hip-hop collective called The Native Tongues. She'd make her US debut on some tracks from her cohorts in the group, including the remix of De La Soul's track, Buddy, and the Jungle Brothers, Doing Our Own Dang.
So check this out. Was she the only female in the Native Tongues?
No. Queen Latifah was also in the Native Tongues.
Okay. All right. So you said I'll play a little bit of Moni in the middle.
But I think Moni Love was there first, and then Queen Latifah came.
Oh, okay.
Yup. Moni in the middle. Where's she at? In the middle. I see. So now, speaking of Moni Love, she like embodied like lyricism and also the freedom to explore, you know, her lyrical content. You know what I mean? Like Moni wasn't boxed in. She's the one that became the mother of those like Ladybug from Digital Planet, stuff like that.
Every time I turn around, you're looking at my face. I try to ignore you. The bell rings. I race out the room. Zoom to another room. Sit down. What do you
Yeah, girl.
The one I was to talk to, sitting 3 seats back, and I'm a
Right, you know, I don't want to get flicked, so you know, but yeah, she had the
man. You got me up in this joint.
Hey,
oh
you know what?
Gosh,
they used to rap. They used to be. She's a good lyricist back then.
Yeah, man. Like I don't know what's going on there, but hip hop was fun. One thing about Moni and all them, they made hip hop fun, and at the same time, she was a lyricist.
And I see, you know, she it looked like she kind of had that same look as that where TLC kind of had that same thing with the hats and the, you know, bright colors.
Yeah,
and,
she was doing that before TLC and them even came out. She was already doing that.
Nobody might. I think she got married. I think she got married. You know.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but there was a time when hip hop used to be fun. You know, people was dancing. I remember Kwame. They used to be dancing with the polka dot outfits on.
Absolutely.
Everybody, like they
remember, look, I don't know.
Father MC
I had a polka dot. I had a polka dot joint. Everybody was rocking the polka dot. I remember because I had one.
Right, like dudes was wearing polka dots, and now they too tough. They don't dance no more. They don't dance no more. They don't dance no more.
Cass was rocking polka dots because I had a polka dot joint. You know what I'm saying? So anybody like, no, man, I wasn't rocking polka. Yes, you was.
But you know what's so crazy is that you see how people were rapping back when we were talking about Africa and talking about, you know, the motherland, and people, their flow is different, everything.
Facts.
Like now that they're talking about Percocets and drugs and stuff like that, like the whole flow has changed.
Yeah, because you know why the flow changed? Because they on drugs.
Right. Well, they probably was on drugs back then too, but they was probably on the cocaine. They was just rapping all fast and stuff and dancing and stuff.
I was because I was reading the LL Cool J book. He's breaking down how he was messing with that stuff. He was messing with
I think all of them was up there on that.
The albino. He's messing with that albino, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They was riding the white horse.
Moni Love.
Do you want to ride?
And Moni Love and her voice with that London accent. Oh my gosh. And that
you couldn't tell that she had an English accent until some words she was saying.
We didn't know. We didn't know when we first was listening. We just thought she was from somewhere in New York, something like that. And then when we got a little older, we found out, okay, she's from London.
Right. Man, the only person I see that really kept that London sound was Slick Rick. Everybody else kind of like masked it with their voice. You know, they always have that. You know,
facts. That's a fact. That's a fact. Look at her now. I had to, I purposely picked that out. Look at my girl.
Right.
Man.
Come on. He found back in the day they was more subdued, kind of like masculine, and then they get a little older and now they bring the sexy, got the high heels on.
Look, that's a wife. That's a wife I never had. No, man, if you listen to Moni Love, this the mighty Hebrew. If you want to be a fourth wife, let me know.
Oh, what, the fourth wife? Child, I don't think she'd be down with the fourth wife.
Nah, she ain't gonna be down with that.
Her husband on cloud 9, live on cloud, live on cloud 9.
So her husband live on. You already know it. Moni in her 50s. Look, that's her. I had to leave her out with a sweet look. Look at her. She in her 50s, man. Looking beautiful.
Shouts out to Moni Love.
Yeah, shout out to Moni Love.
What is she doing now? What is she doing now? What is Moni Love? Is she on the radio?
Yeah, she's a radio personality, and I know she got her own salon in Philly.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
Shouts
yeah.
out to her.
Shout out to Moni Love. Now we're about to get to the West Kizzles.
Don't try to play me out. Don't try to play me out.
Yeah, I love me. Listen, when Yo-Yo came, listen, when she was like talking about, talking about her earrings, they called dolphins. Yo, listen, she made wearing extensions and contacts and all that like acceptable.
But I don't think those are contacts. I think those are her real eyes.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about, but she used to rock different contact colors too.
Oh,
and
okay,
she says it in, if you listen to that, don't try to play me out. Don't try to play me out. And let me tell you something. She was LA all the way. She definitely was LA all the way. That's a fact because I know about California woman. My son Todia's mother, my Isha, she's from Cali. She raised up with Nipsey Hussle and all. And them California women, listen, yeah, they get down over there. And I'm gonna tell you that, listen, Yo-Yo was the truth. Yo-Yo is like a politician now.
Really?
Like she like a city councilwoman or something like that now. Yeah, man. She working for the community and stuff like that. Model California and they buck. Yeah, you already know. Those are her real eyes. She's a August Leo. Yeah, man. She the truth. Yo-Yo, man, listen. And she can rap. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made her do. And
do you think that they were having all these artists from back then were having ghostwriters, or did they have to write their own stuff?
I mean, some of them had, like, some of the songs that Yo-Yo song Ice Cube wrote, like that. Don't try to play me out. They say Ice Cube wrote that, and Ice Cube brought her out. Ice Cube brought Yo-Yo out. So, and remember, Ice Cube back in the day was writing for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Right. Q wasn't no joke. You know what I'm saying? He originally came by the way of NWA. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was dope. And Yo-Yo, as time went on, she started writing her own shit and doing what she was doing. But she was like a beacon for the next generation of female artists coming out of the West Coast. So give a shout out to Yo-Yo. Go to the next slide. Let's see some more pictures of Yo-Yo. Let's see some more.
I think that they say that a lot of things that happened to her had to do with some kind of money mismanagement too.
Yeah. A lot of people was getting scammed out of their money. A lot of them said, if I ever got to LA, I might retire my jersey. Yeah. What else we got going on?
Let's show real quick about a little bit about what happened to her, because I always wondered.
Yo-Yo learned about money the hard way. When she got her first big check, about $50,000, she felt like she had finally made it. She moved out of her mom's house, got a place with a roommate, bought a Geostorm, and started spending like a star. She had tons of sneakers, gold jewelry, new furniture, and even bought herself a 3-bedroom condo. But she didn't realize how fast money disappears when you don't plan ahead.
Was changing my furniture, like, whenever I got ready to, I was changing my furniture. I was just living. I had bought a condo. I had a 3-bedroom condo I was paying for.
Life as an artist wasn't as glamorous as it looked. She had to do long promo tours without getting paid. And even though it all looked exciting from the outside, she was barely making money from it. At one point, she even brought a whole family she met on tour to live in LA and paid their rent on top of her own.
Oh, man.
Eventually, she had to face the truth. She couldn't afford the image she was trying to keep up. A lot of it was just for show.
I had to get to a place where I was able to say out loud, I can't afford it.
Her team had to hustle constantly, even pretending other labels wanted her just to push deals forward. Through all those struggles, Yo-Yo learned an important lesson. Fame doesn't mean financial security, and if you're not careful, the spotlight can hide some very real problems behind the scenes. After the year 2000, Yo-Yo's voice became quieter in the music world. She wasn't releasing albums or making big hip-hop waves for a while. Then, out of nowhere, she popped up again in 2004 in one of the biggest video games of the year, Grand Theft Auto: San Andreas. She did voice work for the game, which introduced her to a whole new generation of fans who didn't know her music yet.
So she done got on the game, and she, she shouts out to her, Geo Prism in the house, okay? The Geo Prism. She had the Geo
Don't try
Prism.
to play me out. Don't try to play me out. That's
Child.
my girl. See, you go Yo-Yo and Ice Cube right there. That's 1990 right there.
Right, man. But so you say she's
No,
involved.
remember. Yeah, she's involved in politics. Type it up real quick, it'll tell you. Just say, is Yo-Yo involved in politics now? It'll pop up. Yeah, she's involved in politics now. She's some type of city council woman. Something of that nature. You typing it up?
So she's just involved in the community involvement. She operates a program in Los Angeles that uses hip hop to teach, and she's a civil advocate. She deals with like a lot of she's received a lot of awards and stuff like that for working in the community. She she does a lot of stuff working in the community. And shouts out to the sisters that's still doing, they're still out doing stuff, but they, a lot of them go into activism. I think that Roxanne, she's an activist. I think
right.
Sister Soldier, she became a
right.
Is she a doctor now, or
she's an activist.
She's a serious activist.
Psychologist,
right? So it's good to see a lot of these artists, what they do with themselves later on in life, how they become, a part of society. I think a lot of people should take some notes, So let me stop.
Don't try to play me out.
Okay, Bahamadia is next.
Oh, shucks. This my old head. Shout out to Tony Reed, aka.
Well, you gotta bring some Philadelphia folks up in here. I
gotta do it, and I know Bahamadia personally. She actually taught me how to rap. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tony. You know what I'm saying? And when she first came out, she came out back in the 80s, like Bahamadia old head. She in her late 50s. You know what I mean? So she ain't no young chick. And I think she was like in a DJ type group. I forgot. And then she wound up going solo and then coming out with the song, The Funk Vibe. Funky, it's the funk vibe. And then you had the late Guru from Gangstar. He discovered her. And that was all she wrote after that. You talking lyricism. I'm not saying because I'm from Philly, I don't think no female rapper can mess with Bahamadia. That's
whatever happened to her though. She just kind of
she's still around. If you look her up right now, she got new stuff out, and I think the last thing I heard of her, she was touring over there in Japan.
Oh, so she just been she been on like the underground circuit.
Yeah. She doing tours and shows, and it's good money what she doing. You know what I'm saying? And Bahamadia, she had to take, matters in her own hands, and they being done. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I love to. And let me tell y'all a story, right? Are you there, DJ Genesis?
Yeah, I'm here. Yep.
So,
and what? That Chrysalis, they would put out a lot of hip hop artists. Chrysalis was, even though they was a rock label. That was interesting.
Absolutely. One day, it's me, my brother, Iowa, my Roosevelt, may rest in completeness. So we in the car and I'm driving. He like, you know how to drive? I'm like, yeah, but I was lying at the time. So I was like, oh, there go Bahamadia right there, which was true. So I'm trying to show off in front of Bahamadia that I got this car that I crashed, bang into this aluminum, right? So I go around the aluminum and try to run, but they catch me. But because the driver was able to take the keys before they got there, the police, they couldn't prove I was the driver, nor was it my car. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was, I was just so excited to show my peeps, like, yeah, I know Bahamadia, whoop, 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 whoop. And that's what happened. But shout out
You
to
was
Tony,
screaming out the
aka
thing, but the
Bahamadia. Go to the
Bahamadia,
next
what's
one.
up, girl? Bahamadia. And foul. Just
Yeah, yeah.
foul,
And
foul.
bow.
Damn shame.
Out of order, right?
Right. What was you hanging out the damn window?
Listen,
Child.
man.
We
I
back
don't
in the
even
day.
want to get into
Wow, man.
we was doing some back in the day stuff, smoking some wet/angel dust and weed, and we in there bugging out. This is back in the day, man. I was a teenager. We used to call it smoking wet. You know what I'm saying? We was definitely wet up. You know what I'm saying? And I crashed and I messed up my cousin's car. He said, man, I'm gonna kick your ass. Woo, woo, woo. But he never did. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, give a shout out to Bahamadia. Go to the next slide.
Shouts out to Bahamadia. The cause of car wrecks in 1999 for the
No, ain't got nothing to do with Bahamadia. There she
for the
go.
9-5. You know what I'm saying? For the 9-5.
Oh, you funny. That's
All right.
look how beautiful. Man, beautiful sister.
Right.
You know?
Shouts out to look. Wait a minute,
I'm
Bahamadia.
saying, so
Okay.
yeah.
Why they get older and start getting sexy with it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They start
She
bringing out their
real
sexiness
good.
when they get older,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I think they get past fast 30. They say bump it all this.
She's a legend. She said, my auric is psychedelic, flow not prehistoric, metamorphic. She said, park your ass. What'd she say? Auric like acid. So park your ass like Jurassic and check the Matrix. Completion. She murdered it. It's this joint called Wordplay on her collage album.
My favorite song is the one that she did with Ronnie Size called Brown Paper Bag.
What is it?
Brown Paper Bag with Ronnie Size in them.
Oh, it's banging?
Yes. I'll try to play a little bit of it.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. And plus, I think she's the last one on here. You know what I'm saying?
She is.
Yep. We're going to do a part 3. We got to do a part 3. That's a fact. Hallelujah. Giving all praise and honor to Yahweh, the supreme, intelligent, powerful one of our forefathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Those striving for righteousness' sake, I say into the family, Shalom Aleichem. So, yeah, it's definitely an honor to be here on Alchemizing Energy with the first Earth Goddesses of Hip Hop, part 2. You know what I'm saying? So, any final words, DJ Genesis?
I was trying to find that song with Bahamadia. I can't find it in time. But you know what? I think this was a great show. I guess we are going to come a little bit later on, and we're going to do a part 3 because we can't quite cover everybody. We've missed. We haven't quite hit. We ain't even made. We just only cracked the surface of the 1990s.
Facts.
We gotta get more. We just got to Bahamadia. We haven't got to. We haven't talked. Damn, there's so many people we've left out.
What's that girl Simply Eat when she had that song? Now everybody wants to play my phone. Now you don't know nothing about that. What you know about that, DJ Joe?
Right, gotta do parts so everybody's covered. Like, okay, who else are we missing on this list of legendary hip hop females, y'all?
I'm gonna try to bring like 20. I'm gonna try to bring like 20 more. You know what I mean? Talking about Bahamadia, I recently found out about her. She is a diamond in the rough. That's a fact. You know what I mean? I grew up. That's real regular talk. Yeah, man, Bahamadia. Go listen to her album. It's on YouTube called Collage.
So we're gonna go in the 90s. What are some 1990s hip hop artists that we haven't quite covered yet? Okay. So wait, Rod Digger.
We gotta get Rod Digger. Heather B.
What was that girl? Amelia. What was her name? The girl Amelia. The girl.
Yeah. Listen.
Was she?
Does
she count? Does she count? Can I get a what?
Yeah, I know Emil.
She had that voice in the
I know Emil. She
got a high pitch. Charlie Baltimore. Come on, we gotta come with it. We can't forget all these. You're gonna have to put a list of the ones that we missed. You know, Rockefeller Records, the one that was on those labels. We got the Eve. We have the Rough Riders, Eve. Emil, Rod Digger. What's the other one? She was dating. She was married to. What's her name? Dang, I can't remember her name. She went to prison for a second. Was married to that dude that he get married, the boxer. What was the girl's name? She was with.
A female rapper?
Yeah, she was with the thing with Fat Joe in them. Remy Ma. Remy Ma. We gotta do Foxy Brown, Little Kim. Foxy Brown, yep. Foxy Brown and Little Kim. Yep. Dang, I skipped right over them.
Bloody Mary from Blood. And we want to do Bloody Mary from Bloods and Crips banging on wax. Bloody Mary.
Oh, what about also the 666 Mafia? Who was the girl? Trina. What's the girl from 3-6 Mafia? Something Baby Boo or something like that, or Gangsta Boo.
Gangsta Boo.
Dang, there's a few people because we gotta go down south. There's some down south people we were leaving out.
Absolutely.
Dang, there's so many people. Oh wait, the Diggable Planets, Butterfly, Diggable Planets,
Ladybug. We got Ladybug from Digital Planets.
I called her Butterfly.
What are their names? Like one of the men. One of the men was named Butterfly.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Damn. Oh man.
But look at Bahamadia.
Right, she's looking like, okay, what's up?
I'm getting tired now. I got to get me some sleep. And
listen, if y'all want us to cover any particular person, please put it in the comments who we should cover next. If you guys know any artists,
we got to get Mia X. We got to get Mia X.
Yes, yeah, because we trying to cover everybody, but I'm old. I can't remember everything,
Right.
We trying to remember. We forgot.
You hear me? I'm talking about. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. I got
It's 8:00. Right. I'm sleepy too. It's only 8:00 here. 8:42.
It's time to go. You know what I mean? But we love y'all. Oh man, it's over here. Over here it's 4:42 a.m.
Oh wait, and we also got the DJ Jazzy Joyce. Did we cover all the DJs that came out? There was some DJs and stuff like that was around during the time too.
We did talk about Jazzy Joyce though. We did do that.
Oh, we did. Okay, so we covered some DJs. Yes. Okay, because we can't just be leaving out the DJs. Spinderella.
Oh no,
we didn't get to cover Spinderella.
Yeah, we're gonna get her. We're gonna get her.
So yeah, guys, if there's anybody in this Legends of First Ladies and Goddesses of Hip Hop that you guys want to bring to the forefront, because hell, there might be somebody in Dallas or in Atlanta that we ain't even thinking about that was like hot that we didn't even remember. There might be some folk out in Pittsburgh, that was making it happen. You know.
Hey, now everybody want to play my phone. Now,
who's that?
That's Simple. Simple E or something like that. But yeah, you got to just type in. Now everybody want to play my phone. Now, that was my joint. That was for the Sugar Hill soundtrack.
But you know what? Blondie, she rapped the lady from Blondie, I think, where she was like, "Fat Five Freddy in the set."
Yeah, we will have to talk about Blondie too.
Right, she was trying to rap.
She was trying.
That was like a hip hop little thing that kind of like brought it
They
up.
did that. They did that for Wild Style, the movie. And
you know what? Downtown Judy Brown also was a pinnacle in the hip hop scene.
Facts.
That whole hip hop by having that
she
show
was from
on
London. She was from London. And remember, she always was at the Palladium nightclub in New York. Remember that?
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we
that downtown Julie Brown.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about get these people out here, and promote, talk about what they did.
Fact. And we love all our sisters in hip hop. We love you all. The Mighty Hebrew loves y'all. Love you all. And we know that our sisters made some major strides in hip hop for the embetterment of the culture. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
And they continue to do things for the community, and shouts out to them. Thank you guys for tuning in. Much love, guys. And I would some final words before we go.
All praise and honor to Yahweh, and all honors to the first earth goddesses of hip hop. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Peace.
Just when I thought I couldn't find my way out, yeah, I searched the God in me to find my way out. I know it can seem way out, but the Creator flows to and through me from way out. I'm talking way out, yeah. See, if you believe in the God in you, it's a better place. Creating the force and the power to live a better. Just know that love and joy and peace is one in all of the same space. That you were chosen just like God. That's right. Only you can make the change. Shake your head at you. Shine so bright from darkness to light. From darkness to light. Yeah. And you'll find your way.